Right then. So, what are we going to talk about today? Give me a minute. Oh yeah! Today, viewers, we're actually going to be making another top 10. So, yeah, villains. They're really great as, well, villains. They, they're basically characters we just love to hate, and we basically enjoy their appearances, well, most of the time. But if you ever thought of working for them, if you want to work with a villain, do you really want to if you're kind of not evil? There are 10 villains that I found that you should absolutely refuse to work with no matter what they say. So I'm going to give you the top 10 villains that's the worst to be working with. Let's start with number 10. Starting at number 10, we have Bowser from the Super Mario franchise. Bowser, now you might think Bowser's actually great to work with, but when you consider how his minions are defeated the exact same way, you don't really want to join up with him if you suffer mushy heads. In other words, your head's all squishy. Kind of like mine, so I wouldn't work for Bowser, but you get the idea. The idea is, if you work for Bowser, Mario's gonna just jump right on your forehead and kill you with his foot. Also, Bowser has spikes while the rest of his card never gets spikes. Except for the ones he truly cares for, like the Koopalins. It's a bit of an odd start, but to me, it's my list. So I can add whoever I want. So Bowser takes number 10. Coming in at number 9, we have Hades from Killer Crystal Uprising. Now, that was a great game. I recommend you play if you haven't already. And the main villain, Hades, is actually one of my favorite villains ever. He's just funny. But I will agree that working with him is gonna be not so nice. How do you work for Hades? You die. He is the god of the underworld after all, so makes sense why you wouldn't want to work with Hades. Also, you're joining up. We die, you have to join it with tons of our souls in order to become just one of his minions. That's just stupid for me. I mean, imagine just being killed and then being reborn as a minion for Hades, and then Pit kills you. Yeah. Just no. Okay, that's number 9. Let's head to number 8. At number 8, we have Dr. Eggman. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Eggman. He's the best villain ever. Though I would not work for him, but at the same time I kind of do. I have 3 reasons why I would not work for Eggman. Number 1, he turns animals into robots, and he could turn you into a robot as well. That was just bad. Number 2 is that well, his catchphrases get annoying at times, but I'm pretty used to them. They're not annoying at all. And the final reason, probably the biggest reason, he pretty much has the most sinister mustache you would ever see. At number 7, I decided to group GLaDOS and Wheatley from the Portal series together. I'll talk about GLaDOS first. Well, we all know what happens at the end of Portal, so 1, right? Yeah, GLaDOS betrays you. And then you have to fight her after. Then she turns out that the cake was actually not online. Pretty nifty. But the fact that she betrays you is just enough. Makes me not want to work for her at all. Wheatley is even worse. Okay, Wheatley, after you do a certain amount of tests and all that kind of jazz, tries to kill you. Not the same way as GLaDOS. He actually tries to kill you using deadly traps that he set up himself. For more information, please just watch an episode of Portal 2, Chapter 9, the part where he kills you. Where he goes, "Hello? This is the part where I kill you." And I use that joke several times. But still, that's nothing to do. And when you get to Wheatley, he does his incredible, he does his an ingenious 4-part plan. Number 1, no portal surfaces. 2, he starts the neurotoxin immediately as you enter. 3, he has shields. 4, he throws bombs at you. I would not want to work for Wheatley. He is funny after all, and the battle is so fun. But yeah, I just don't want to work for him. And number 6, we have the Negativatron from the second Little Big Planet game. Now the Collector and Newton are also villains, though they're not nearly as bad as the Negativatron. The Negativatron might as well be the most famous villain in the series. But working for him would be terrible. Here's the simple thing. You turn into a devil. Or as the Little Big Planetians call them, meanies. Yeah, I would agree that Negativatron is a meanie. And not just a species either. An actual meanie to everybody. Don't work for him, kids. At number 5, I decided to put Cyrus from Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. Cyrus is the leader of Team Galactic, and he pretty much uses his goal to sacrifice his own partners, which is Team Galactic, keep in mind. He sacrifices some of his own minions, forcibly removes crystals from the legendary Lake Trio, which are actually the body parts. And yeah, he is a total jerk. Not as much as Cassis in the later games, but you get what I mean. And so, I just would not work for him. Good thing Giratina banished him in Platinum. So happy for him, especially for my shiny one. At number 4, I have Herobrine from Minecraft. Now, don't question if he's a villain or not. I don't care. I put him at number 4, my list. And so, yeah. So, why I put Herobrine on the list? Let me list the reasons. Firstly, he just creeps you out, even if you're a minion of his. Second, he hacks the game several times. Third, if probably the stupidest thing was to work for him, he's pretty much a complete jerk to everybody. Yeah, everybody, even himself. Just why Herobrine? Number 4 even. Seriously. Before I go on further, I would just like to tell you, picking the last 3 was hard. I had to change it 4 times during the making of this. But I finally decided. So number 3 is... At number 3 we have Taboo from Smash Bros. Brawl. Firstly, he comes right the heck out of nowhere, and everything he did in the game was pretty much as... Well, you know the enemies you fight throughout the game? They're not Master Hands as minions. They're Taboo's as minions. Taboo is the main villain of Brawl. He comes right the heck out of nowhere. And his battle is just unfair. Especially I had to deal with him myself, with my friend. In intensity mode, no less. But we still beat him. So, yeah. I just don't like backstabbers. And number 2 is pretty much the ruler of every backstabber. ever. Number 2 is Dorman from Shadow of the Colossus. Dorman is basically a strange being who promises Wanda that he'll resurrect Mono if he kills the 16 Colossi. Yeah. And as Wanda does so, and after he slays Malice, the last Colossus, Dorman possesses him and gets him killed right in front of the girl who is still dead. And it's worse that Dorman just keeps his promise and does revive the girl, while Wanda is just turned into a horned baby. That is just so cruel. Not to mention, throughout the entire game, Wanda was working for Dorman the whole time, and he didn't even realize it. All along. Well, he kinda did. But still, you get what I mean. Dorman I'd never work for him. Thankfully, Lord Eamon banished him, so it's all good. And finally, we're at number 1. Porky Minch from Mother 3. He is just so evil. Never ever work for him. The first thing he does in the game is that he sends the Maker Draco to kill Lucas's mother. That alone is just evil. And later, Klaus pretty much gets killed, reanimated and brainwashed to be a Porky's minion. Yes. And keep in mind that Klaus is Lucas's brother. And Lucas pretty much had to battle him. And after Klaus breaks out of Porky's control, Klaus kills himself, and everything Porky does in Mother 3 is just so hateable, making Porky Minch the number 1 villain who you should never work with. So I'm Inferno Galate, and here's the villains. Some of the best things ever made.